Hi, this is Custom Media Creations coming at you with another review. This is my final update on my LEGO Custom Springtrap. So as you'd know, this guy has been in the making for over 2 years, and he's going to play a part in something very special next year. So having a nice new look at him, he's got new M0uldy Green highlights all over him. As you can see, it's like full-on M0uldy Green rather than bright yellow, which was ridiculous looking, I must say. This is a much needed change. I was kind of worried. The reason I put it off for so long was simply just because I was afraid that it was going to ruin the figure. But anyway, over details, so we got the eyes, new M0uldy finish, got wires poking out everywhere, got new organic insides on the chest, and everything's a nice M0uldy green. The torso patch is dark green, and we've got 5 fingers on both hands, new organic organs around, well, ankle guts around the ankles. You've also got like the torn things showing where the suit is torn, and then you just see the metallic endoskeleton underneath. I've also cut off the excess studs, so all the studs on the arms and hands have been cut off. I know that would really offend some Lego lovers, but I had to do it for accuracy. So he's also got the missing fingers and more M0uldy finish all over him, whereas his other thumb is finished, whereas other thumb is broken. Game accurate details to the Scott model. Got some tape attaching a pipe cleaner finger to both hands, so that way you can have 5 fingers without making the hands ridiculously bulky. And here he is in his iconic FNAF 3 pose, which is just his static model pose. Also got some like details broken through his head. As you can see, he's got like organic detail through the head. He's got organic details all around the torso, like to emulate holes within the torso, because the suit's been rotting for 30 years with a rotting body in it. So that's why all these details are there. Really happy with how he's turned out, and he's come a long way in the last 2 years. So actually this would have to be my best custom in my opinion. I really like this guy. Now I'm finally going to show you a detail that I was meant to show you before on other reviews, and this is the best look at it. So these are the neck tendons. There's 4 of them, and they all move with the head as I'm about to show you. And it all links up with the actual head. So when you pop the head in, it's also got blue tack all around the inner side. So when you move it, it actually moves the tendons with the head. So as you can see, we're going to go into articulation. Starting off with the head. Now this is the best view. Look carefully and you'll see the tendons actually move with the head. That is by far my favorite detail I put into this figure, and I think it really amps up that creep factor that I was going for. Alright, so, you can also look down and you can look up as well. But, basic stuff. Shoulder joints, he's got shoulder joints and arm joints to really cheat that outwards arm motion where it couldn't go before, so now it can go all the way out. Not sure if it's 90 degrees exactly. It's close to, if you really manipulate things. So all 5 fingers are posable, including the thumb, putting it back into just, static pose. You can also move up, wrist rotation, wrist can go up, and the usual. He's also got a brilliant waist system, which I'm about to show you. So having a better look, I'm going to lower the camera so you can see it better. So for the waist system, it's got rotation and swivel, but it's also got, downwards, upwards, and backwards motion. And it has a new joint system that I came up with a while ago. It's not really new anymore, but it's something that stayed the same on the original figure. And now that I have the light box, I can show you better. So it's got a patch at the back that can move down, so you can actually move him back if you need to for posing. And, you just flip it back in and it's seamless. Then you've got this front area, which you can take off and remove, and then actually turn the jumper plate sideways, so you reverse it inwards like that. Then just plug it back in, the middle stud with the neck collar piece, and there you go. You can now have him look down even more, and it's seamless, but only if you use it to that extent. Otherwise you can have a bit of a gap. And that's why I also have the jumper plate reverse inwards, outwards, so you can actually put that in and it's seamless because it covers the waist joint. Also, so that's how far you can get his leg up with that in that position. I'll show you without. We're going to have a look. So there it is. As you can see, the joint is seamless. It can move all the way up. And luckily that waist piece is made with paper, so it moves out of the way. It's very thin paper. So full on 90-degree bend, at the knee. The feet are on a swivel and also a rocker, because thanks to a ball joint, which I find really cool. So yeah, that's basically it for articulation. Just going to stand him up, looking nice and menacing, full on FNAF 3 accurate. And here he is in my favourite pose. We found one. a real one. Anyway, overall, as I've mentioned many times, this is by far my favourite custom. Can't talk it up enough. I've worked way too hard on this guy, but the effort paid off in the end, as you can see. Anyway, here's some nice angular shots, just looking around so you can have a full display of this awesome pose. Probably my favourite pose I like to do with this one. Probably in the thumbnail. But yeah, I really like this guy, and I'm really happy that I put as much effort into him as I did. And I'm glad that I constantly update him because he looks as good as he does today. Anyway, this is Custom Media Creations, signing out. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all on the next one.